just give us a brief explanation of what we mean when you talk about inflammation and oxidation. We bandy these terms around, but I just wonder how much people really understand what they mean.
Sure. So, let me just say, in the interest of time, keep it really short and quick, is inflammation primarily comes from the end products of omega-6. So when you consume linoleic acid, the 18-carbon omega-6 that we talked about, it's converted to arachidonic acid, which is a 20-carbon molecule. And out of that, for example, you get inflammatory mediators. And these are things like inflammatory eicosanoids, inflammatory leukotrienes, and thromboxanes, for example. What am I leaving out? Prostaglandins, inflammatory prostaglandins. So you put those together and you've got inflammation, and thromboxanes also drive clot formation. So you put these together and you've got the recipe for inflammation and even clot formation. And that's how omega-6s are driving so much inflammation and even things like, that's part of the reason they're, inducing heart attacks and strokes. Oxidation is driven by primarily, in terms of what you can alter, it's driven primarily by omega-6, because the omega-6s, like linoleic acid, it's converted to lipid hydroperoxides initially when it comes into contact with a hydroxyl radical. And we produce like 20 trillion of those a day in a normal body. But anyway, so those lipid hydroperoxides then are an unstable molecule, and they degenerate into all of these toxic aldehydes like 4-hydroxynonenal, malondialdehyde, carboxyethyl pyrrole, 9 and 13-hode, and acrolein. And these collectively, Susan, are, just so I said it, they're genotoxic, they're cytotoxic, genotoxic, mutagenic, carcinogenic, atherogenic, meaning atherosclerosis producing, thrombogenic, meaning clot producing, and obesogenic, meaning they're producing obesity. Just these molecules alone, which are dangerous, toxic breakdown products of omega-6, are driving all of this disease through. That's the that's another big part of the, the toxicity that I'm talking about, driven by omega-6 rich vegetable oils.